I'm over at a friend's house, and he has this cool rat trike. It's a homemade trike. It's got a V8 engine, a keg for a fuel tank, and up front here, it's got a motorcycle front end. It's been sitting here for a while, as you can see. We're gonna pull it out and see if we can't get it running. So follow along, and we'll see how we do. This trike's been sitting for approximately 10 years. I'm going to see if we can bring it back to life. So follow along, guys. As you can see, the fuel tank's got some rust in it. It also smells like varnish. So I'm going to have to drain this tank. Engine oil's got a little bit of water in it also, so we'll be draining that out as well. Okay, we're going to see if there's any fuel in here. Okay, since this engine's been sitting, we're going to pull the plugs and put some sort of penetrating oil or seafoam in the cylinder head, let it soak so the rings can get freed up in case they're stuck. Alright, so the fuel's pretty much done draining out. I have the oil drained, the spark plugs are out. There was a little bit of water in the back cylinder heads, so I'm blowing that out. We're going to put some seafoam in there to let that start soaking. I found out that this is out of either a 1977 to 1979 Chevy Monza. This is a 262 cubic inch V8 with a 2-barrel carb, and it only made 115 horsepower. I'm going to put some seafoam in. Alright, let the seafoam soak in a little bit. Now I'm going to take this little dead blow and just gently tap on the valves to make sure they're free. Then we'll take some of this penetrating oil and let it soak some more. The next step in this process is going to be taking this carburetor apart. As you can see, the bottom is very rusty. The throttle plates are actually rusted closed. Did a little bit of research and we were able to locate a rebuild kit for this carburetor. So while I'm waiting for that to arrive, that's going to be here in a couple days. Going to take this all apart, free everything up, and run it in the ultrasonic cleaner so all the parts will be ready for when the new kit arrives. All right, so it's the next day. Checking, there was a couple of these that weren't moving just yet. They've been soaking overnight, so I'm going to give each one a tap, see if any of them are stuck. So this valve definitely is a little bit stuck still. Everything else is moving. This one's starting to go now. That one just broke free. So I have one that's fairly stuck on this side. I've been working on it a little bit off camera. This one right here.
It's all, I saw it move.
Do it again, Lord.
It's moving.
All right, so I've been working at this a while, letting it sit, spraying more in there. I made a mark on the balancer here, and it started here, and now I'm about down to here. So it's starting to move, so I'm gonna give it another try. Oh yeah, we're getting there now. After a week of soaking, I used this tool that grabs the flywheel to put pressure from the flywheel as we bump the starter, and it started to break free. Almost breaking free. And it's free, finally. All right, the motor's free through combination of putting pressure on the flywheel with this flywheel pressure tool and this big pry bar and bumping the starter. We now have the engine broke free. I'm going to take and do a compression check and see what we're looking like on each cylinder. All right, today we're back on the rat trike project. We had to take a little bit of a break due to some work related stuff had to be done first before this, but now we're back on it. In the meantime, we went through the holidays and my buddy's grandson was doing some cleaning up in the garage and accidentally threw out the carburetor that we were working on. Wasn't a total loss. That carburetor was in pretty bad shape. But now we are moving to plan B. Plan B, we're actually going to pull this intake manifold off because this has the harder to find size. It's this smaller base. So we're just going to swap this out with another one that has a 4-barrel carb on it. So I'm going to start doing that. I blew everything off, and we got to set her to top dead center first, and then we'll pull this all apart. Alright, surprisingly, inside it's not nearly as rusty or bad as I was expecting. You know, there's a little bit of rust in here, but the rest of it looks brand new. Look at that. Crazy. Everything's been torqued. New carburetor is on. We're going to fill her up with oil and hopefully be starting it shortly. We're trying a bigger battery here. That battery's no good, so we're trying this one. Have it all hooked up. We're giving it a little cranking. We're gonna see if we can get this to pop off. That's promising.
We're 180 out. We're 180 out.
So we were 180 out before?
No, we're 180 out now.
Now we're definitely 180 out.
We're 180 out. That's
Okay.
good news. That's good news.
All right, so we know where we're at. We're 180 out.
Take that.
See, we're not only off a little bit, though.
No, a little bit's a lot.
I know, but I'm saying...
We don't know whether that's off. I don't even know where the timing mark is, so how can I tell where that is?
I gotta go back to the mark.
Where's the timing mark at?
About 40 degrees off. So the starter from the 70s finally bit the dust. We now have the correct starter. This starter here we tried, we had it on hand, it was not the right type. Apparently there are two different size flywheels for Chevys. This is for the larger flywheel, so the nose cone is a little different, so this doesn't engage. This is the proper one. The easiest way to tell them apart is the bolting pattern. The smaller flywheel uses the bolting pattern with the short bolt, 2 bolts in the front, the other one's diagonally bolted. So I'm going to pop this one off, put the right one on, and see if she cranks over. Okay, here's the difference between the starters. This would be for the larger flywheel. The mounting bolts are diagonal from each other. Nose cone's a little bit different. This is for the smaller flywheel. The bolts are lined up in the front here. So we're going to pop this one in and see how she works. Find the other end of this wire, because this is getting power only sometimes. All right, here's the wire here. It's going into this loom, back to here. Okay, so it's one of these, 1, 2, 3. It's one of these 3. So, can we bypass the fuse?
Yeah, I don't care for now.
Yeah, because it's this thing's really loose on that fuse. I think that
Tighten it.
I
See
think
if you got power now.
The ear's messed up. Yeah, now we got the power. That ear's wiggling on us on the fuse. So the Rat Trike Death Machine has been resurrected. It's really fun to ride. There's a few loose ends we need to tie up on this machine. The wiring needs to go on over, and the cooling system needs a flush. But so far, it's a fun thing to rip around on the farm. If you guys like this kind of stuff, let me know down in the comments, and I can make some more videos about this machine. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.